Hello and welcome to VistaTalks. Today's episode is a little bit different than normal due to the global pandemic. Thank you for listening.
So most of you know me already. I've been working in Vistatec for the last 4 years. I'm part of the Vistatec supply chain team. I take care of the recruitment and the general cooperation with our vendors. And I'm also responsible for their performance on live projects. This is a job that I really like. I really love what I do every day. And most of all, in this difficult time, this really makes me understand how lucky I am, because my work every day allows me to get in touch, to talk with amazing people all around the world. Although I'm physically in my room, I'm at home in the room from where I'm working.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that. It's incredible being able to do that every day.
Well, thank you. It's great to hear. And can you tell us where you're based at the moment?
I'm based in Rome. Yeah.
Okay.
Rome City. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I'd like to ask you about the current situation, which is obviously terrible and very, very difficult. I understand that, Italy has been really badly affected since before other countries in Europe. And can you tell us a bit how you're affected and how you're adapting to the situation?
Okay. So I am affected since starting from the 9th of March, basically when the Italian president has approved the lockdown. I'm working from my 2-bedroom apartment, and I spend here all my free time after work. Now, my parents are locked down here with me. Like they generally don't live with me. They live in the south of Italy, but they came to Rome last month for some medical checks. But now they can't go back to my hometown in the south of Italy because there are restrictions to travel. So we are all here in my small apartment together with my dog, basically.
Wow.
And yeah, so as you can imagine, my daily routine changed a lot because I used to work in a very friendly co-working in a beautiful neighborhood in Rome, Garbatella, with a big desk, with 2 screens and all sort of comfort, surrounded by positive vibes, a lot of colleagues who are professionals working in different areas. And now I'm working on my own every day. So I work on a small desk in my bedroom. There is physically and psychologically a bit less comfort, as you can imagine. I work in a less stimulating and creative environment, but I have to say that I'm still lucky because my neighbors that I see from the balcony and my parents with my dog, they try all to keep my mood up because they understand that sometimes it's kind of difficult to focus, to concentrate in these situations. My neighbors as well play some guitar at the balcony in the late afternoon, and we have some chats through the windows. Nice. So we started to be a kind of small community, and I didn't know this community was here in my street before the lockdown because I was never at home. So this is also a very nice surprise for me to know that I'm surrounded by very nice people.
Oh, that's really good to hear.
Yeah. Then private life-wise, like most of you at the moment, I live almost locked. I can only go out once a week to the chemist if I need or to buy some food with at least 30 minutes or 1 hour queuing. And of course, to go to the doctor if I need. I can see my boyfriend because he lives in another neighborhood. I can see the rest of my family. My sister who lives 5 minutes from here, I can see my friends.
That's tough.
So this is my everyday life. But the way I'm adapting to the situation is that I try to have a set routine, similar to when I was what I call a free person. This gives me a sense of normality. So I try to work standard hours and setting up a nice to-do thing after work. For example, doing a gym class with an American trainer that I discovered on YouTube, or a video call with a group of friends, preparing a nice cake for my breakfast, or a good and healthy dinner. I try, like some practical tips, I try to eat a bit less than usual because I have a very static life, and I foresee this being the same for the next weeks or maybe months. So I try to balance well my diet with a lot of vitamin C and vegetables to keep my immunity system strong.
That's very good.
So those are some little, very small tips that can, make you live better this moment.
Absolutely, yeah. It's really, I suppose, such a peculiar situation. So it's important to keep healthy and keep some sort of physical activity in. But what can you do sometimes, when you haven't been in, you've never considered this type of situation. So that's a very good tip. Thank you very much. And do you have any other advice for, our global staff, or any staff from any other global organization like ours, who is facing the situation when working remotely and who's not necessarily used to that?
Yes, there are some practical rules. One of those is starting to work early and always at the same time, like trying to be regular. Mm-hmm. This, of course, if compatible with your role and project timetable. Yeah. So if you start to work too late and you finish when it's already dark, you will have the sensation to have spent all day in front of the PC. Mm-hmm. If you finish early enough, later you can do the nice thing that you planned. And this will give you the sensation to have something in your life beside work. Mm-hmm. Then, of course, everything depends on your work schedule. So if you work, for example, a lot with US and you have to start to work later, mm-hmm. You can do some activity or some sport before logging in the morning. Okay? So I really think that taking at least 30 minutes or better 1 hour to do some dynamic activity, some sport, will keep you alive. Because if body becomes too static, mind becomes static as well.
Yeah, that's true.
So, it's an occasion when you can just discover what type of class you most like on the web. We are lucky to live in a super connected world.
Absolutely.
There is really a lot of choice. I really didn't imagine, but now I'm discovering there is everything out there on YouTube. There is Pilates, salsa, whatever class you like.
Yes.
So use this time to try that activity that you always wanted to try and you never had the time to try. Then something that I think is really, it's fundamental, is the key. Take the time to exchange energy and love, even just a short message during the day, with whoever contributes to make your life meaningful and beautiful. So say a love to your mom or to a friend who lives far. Just make sure you remember every day that life is this thing where we feel alive because we exchange love and energy with special people.
Yes.
So make sure this continues during this lockdown period. Then nurture your mind, okay? So we talked about body, the importance of physical activity, but mind is really, really important as well. Mm-hmm. So turn the television off after work and train your brain with what you're passionate about. Again, there is everything in the web. So visit the MoMA online collection, watch that movie that you didn't have time to watch, try that guitar class, watch the football match of your team, watch inspirational TED Talks of incredible human beings. So there is so much online that can grow our knowledge while giving a sense of fulfillment. And we can take advantage of that in this moment. So this is a bit of what I think can help a lot, is really having a regular schedule and following these small tips.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you so much. That's fantastic tip, and that's great food for thought. I'm definitely inspired, and I want to make me do more at home during this peculiar time, as with inverted commas, I can say. And I'm sure many of us will find this useful, and hopefully this situation is how can I put this? Hopefully we get out of this as quickly as possible, and all our loved ones are okay. So thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. Look after yourself. Stay safe. And that's all for today. Thanks to Serena again for her time today. Thank you.
Thanks to you, Priscilla. Bye. Thank you.